So today, March 27, we were able to make $1,300. This money would have been more, but because many people have been asking on the comment section how much you need to start, I just wanted to show you what is possible when you have a small account. So one thing that I want to tell you is that as you go through your trading journey, it is possible for you to grow. But for you to grow, you need to spend some time to learn. I just want to encourage you that you can look at me as that internet big sister who is sitting here and then be there to be available to show you some of these things that you can learn. If there is one thing that I can tell you that changed everything for me was when I stopped joining chat groups where they were giving alerts, and I said, let me sit down and actually understand this thing. When I understood it, when I spent some time to understand how the market is actually moving, things actually change for me. You get to that point where you can just look at the market and you are like, wow, okay, I see what is happening. I can get in here, I can come out here. So that is my goal for you on this channel. And I pray that God will really help me to give you exactly what you need. I want you to make a declarations for yourself because I believe in these things. Tell yourself that I am going to spend time to learn. And to hold yourself accountable, I want you to go to the comment section and just write there that I will spend time to learn. And if this is something that is interesting to you and you really want to learn how to trade and you have not subscribed, I will encourage you to subscribe and become a part of the channel. So I just want us to follow up with the concept that we had started learning before. So, and just to show you exactly my thought process, what was happening with me before I entered this trade, and this is going to help you. I just want to walk you through the trade, and this is going to help you to really gain clarity and see exactly how the market is actually operating. So what we are going to be looking at here happens every time in the market and happens with every time frame. So when I come to the market, if you have not watched my previous videos, you will see that when I come, I draw this line. So if you have not watched the previous videos, I will encourage you to go and watch them, or I'll put a video here that you can watch and it will give you an idea how I got these lines and these lines here. So when I came to the market today, this is 6:30 right here. If you look here, 6:30 my time. I live in California, so that's PST. So if you're in EST, this will be 9:30 for you. So now when I came and I looked at this, I saw my lines and everything is like this. I was curious, there is this gap here, what is happening? Now I started just scrolling back just like this to find out what is happening, right? There is this gap here. I want to understand what is happening in the market. So when I kept scrolling just like this, I realized I could not see anything. So I came right back here and I could see a gap. I was like, oh, okay, there is a gap in the market. Now, when there is a gap, now most of the time what happens is that it causes an imbalance in the market. Because of this imbalance, now price will come and fill this gap. So if you've been trading before and you've heard of gap fill, that is the reason why price has to come back and fill that gap that has been created in the market. Because of this gap, price has skipped, right? Let's assume that price was like $100 and then it skipped from 100 and went straight to 110. So there is something wrong in the market. There is a price gap. Because of that gap, price have to come back and fill that gap. And when you start understanding more, you start learning about fair value gap, you will learn about imbalances in the market. In subsequently, I'll make videos on those things. But one thing too that I noticed is that this was a supply zone that was drawn a long time ago. So another thing that I want you to take note is when there is a supply zone like this, many people have put like sell orders here. So when I saw all of that, I had to come back this way and then went back now to where price was. So that already gives me an idea. So I'm looking, probably price might come here and fill this gap that we saw here before moving up, right? I already have that thesis in my mind. But is it certain? No, not really, because I don't know what price is going to do. But I know, like, I have an idea what is happening in the market. So let's see now how it played out. So at this point, the market opened and this is how it happened. It played out like that. And I'm just sitting here now watching and seeing what is happening. So price immediately comes down to that point. And now you see what is happening. It came and then it actually immediately reversed. So now look at these candlesticks. If you have watched the previous videos, you will now understand what has happened here. So look at this candlestick that has formed here. You will see that this is a bullish pattern. We see this huge sale candle here, and now we look at this other candle. This is something that repeats itself every time in the market. And now you see this high order here. So it is called order block. This huge demand that has occurred here because big buyers, smart money, institutions, so they have placed this order here. Then the next candle that formed, we see is a bullish candle. If you have watched that video, you will know that this candle is a bullish candle and it's telling us a story. That is why when you know how to read the candlesticks, you are able to look at every candle in the market and you are able to see the story that that candle is telling. Then it makes things easier. So now we see this candlestick here, and another thing is that this 1 minute candle, we see it has been coming down, but now there is something happening. It has gone up higher than these ones that were coming down. So this one has turned and still going up. It's telling us that something is happening. There is a change that is occurring here. So because of this, I knew, okay, this is where I'm supposed to take my trade. So now at this point, I had to go to my trading platform and I put everything like this. I'm using TradeOver to trade. So at this point, why have I not entered the trade here? See, I was able to enter the trade here, but I'm just waiting to see that it crosses this line that I had drawn, because there is a possibility that this can still come down, retest, and then go again. So I don't want to enter the trade at this point. So I was just waiting for this breakthrough here. So after I see that there is a breakthrough, now I enter the trade. So I enter the trade with 5 MES. This 5 MES is $250 that I spent to enter this trade. And so it means that you could enter with $50. Another person could enter with $2,500. So it just depends on your capital. But I took this trade with $250 just to show you what is possible. So now we already know and we are watching. So our first take profit is going to be at this point right here. Why at this point? Because there is a resistance here. And remember, when you are looking at 1 minute time frame, there's going to be an impulse move and then a pullback, an impulse move and a pullback. So we see that it has gone now and it's getting right here, and we had made $300 at this point. And I'm ready to come out because I know that there is going to be a pullback at this point. So that is where I came out of this trade. Now you will see what happens. I took this just intentionally to show you what is possible. It means that if you had entered with $50, you would have made at least $50, right? The trade has not ended because this is just the first pullback that is going to occur here. So you could still stay in the trade and continue and go to the next pullback, right? At this point, I wanted to enter now with my normal size. So at this point, I came out of the trade. Just remember that you always have this impulse move in the market. You have this pullback, and this is what is happening. It goes up like this. You have the pullback, you have the impulse move, you have the pullback, you have the impulse move. And when you have this knowledge, it's going to really help you as you go on your trading journey. If you are able to understand these basic things that we have explained here. And one thing that I want you to know is that look at this demand zone, right? Look at what happens here. You will see this occur every time in the market. So when you go to the market, just try to look at areas like this. When you understand it, you will know exactly when to buy. You will know exactly when to sell. So overcomers, I wish you all the best on your journey. If you have any question, put in the comment section down below. If you don't understand all these lines, go and watch the previous videos that I had done, because I had already explained all of that there. And I'll just keep building each concept on each concept. So if you have not watched the previous videos, I'll encourage you to go and watch the previous videos, because they are going to help you build your knowledge on the next concepts that I'm going to be talking about. So I wish you all the best on your journey. If you have any question, put it in the description box down below, and any information that you need is going to be in the description box down below. And I'm going to see you in the next video. Go ahead and click on this next video, and I'll see you in that video. Love you all so much.